Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eziel, Lancer on Feral Valley, and we're going to continue right along as far as with our videos on the in-depth Lancer look here. And so what we're going to do here is we're actually going to talk about Onslaught. Onslaught, I know, has a lot of controversy around it because a lot of people, choose between which, challenging shout or shield counter to be the one that's more productive as far as with their actual aggro. I know me personally, I usually like to use challenging shout kind of as a last resort if I can help it. But once you get towards level 60 and you hit some of those in-game dungeons, and you've got slayers with +9 day slayers, you've got sorcerers that are critting twice back to back, you're going to lose that aggro pretty quickly. So one thing I can tell you is that make sure, if you're doing level 60 dungeons, make sure you do use those challenging shouts quite frequently, because that will hopefully maintain that aggro that you've got. I've actually even gone so much as to say that I am now glyphed. I've officially glyphed my challenging shout with the 6 glyph points for the 20% additional aggro. Unfortunately, there are 8 levels or 8 ranks of challenging shout, and there's no really hard, fast proof of exactly how much aggro that you're going to pull. But I will say this. I think I can say very, very confident that 9 times out of 10 I'm probably going to pull the aggro if I use challenging shout. A lot of times that's going to happen. Now I've actually got the 2 glyphs here. We've got the 20% increase, which is your threatening challenging shout. We've also got the brilliant challenging shout, which reduces your cost from 300 to 60 mana, or 300 to 240 mana. There are some additional glyphs here. I don't have them able to show up here, but I will tell you that one increases your casting speed by 25%, and then that's the Glyph of Blaze. Glyph of Grounding actually increases your endurance by 21 for 8 seconds. And those are going to be advanced glyphs that you're going to get past 58. I think that's going to be in the Tomb of Temerity that you'll be able to get those badge points to get those. So make sure if you want to get those, check them out, see what's up. I think the 21 endurance will be pretty cool to test out. I know the casting speed would definitely be something worthwhile, because that the casting speed of challenging shout is quite a while, and you can see here. Yeah, that's basically about 2 or 3 seconds. So, you're going to be open and vulnerable for this. Now, with challenging shout, what I would really say is that you're going to want to try to find those openings that you're going to have the ability to use challenging shout. You don't want to be in a dire situation where you've got to use it and you're going to get hit. You want to find the opening. So, one of the things you may want to do is you may want to do, your shield bash and then do your challenging shout. If you can get them on a 6-second stun down with everything glyphed out, then you'll be able to do your challenging shout without being hit. And also, you might do, maybe some shield barraging. That might help stun as well. Or the other option is to use your Iron Will. Use Iron Will, they can go into a challenging shout. When I get towards those last guys, it's either shield bash or Iron Will, in order to ensure that I'm not going to take damage or a lot of damage when I do use a challenging shout. Or if the back of the monster is being pulled as far as aggro from somebody else, then definitely use your challenging shout if it's available. But now I am a firm believer of the gospel of challenging shout on cooldown as much as possible when you're doing like Fane Prima or Baldur's Temple. Those two extremely important that you get that, because you do not want to lose aggro. If you lose aggro, there's a very good likelihood that if it's a cloth class, they're going to get one shot. At leather class, maybe 2 or 3, but they're going to die pretty quickly. So make sure that you have that on as constantly as you possibly can. Don't neglect your shield counter because of challenging shout. You're going to have to use both of those very, very instinctively together as much as possible. Make sure you do that. And if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them on the YouTube channel here, or beat me on the forums. And as always, happy hunting, and until next time.